All right, duffel bag, step one. We are now ready. We've done all of the prep work to put our duffel bag together. So we transferred our markings with the marking pencil or with the tracing wheel. You can still see those markings. Our first step is going to be to stitch along the bottom side of the bag. Sometimes as you look at this, after you've removed the pattern, it's hard to tell where the bottom edge of the bag and the top edge of the bag is. So this is where your notches come in handy. This side has a double notch here, triple knots actually. If I look at my pattern, the zipper opening edge has the triple notch. The bottom edge does not have any notches, so that I know now that this is the bottom edge of my bag. I want to make sure that I'm getting pretty sides together. You can kind of tell pretty side from ugly side of your fabric. The ugly side kind of has like a diagonal wail to it. The pretty side of your bag has more of a horizontal, but really as long as you're just being consistent, that's all that matters. Because it's really you have to look closely to tell which is the ugly side and pretty side. So just be consistent. We're going to put pretty sides together and we're going to pin across the bottom of our bag here. You want to make sure you're putting your pins in through both layers of fabric and back to the top. The edges should be matching up. You want to put your pins in so that they end up being about a hand width apart. I want to get one more pin in right here. So they're about a hand width apart. That's going to be enough to hold it together. Now if I'm looking at my directions say that I am utilizing right here on the front, we are using a 5/8 inch seam allowance unless otherwise noted. So I'm going to line my fabric up on that 5/8 of an inch stitching line. A little bit further out. I'm going to sew 1 or 2 stitches and I'm going to back stitch 1 or 2 stitches. I'm going to work my way across. You'll notice I sewed right over the pin and the whirl did not end. Some teachers will teach you that it is not okay to sew over a pin. I'm not one of those teachers. It can cause damage to the machine over an extended period of time, but for the most part, you can sew right over those pins. Back stitch 2 or 3 stitches as you start. Trim your threads. We are now going to remove these pins and we're going to serge this edge. We want to be careful not to cut off any fabric while we are serging. I will demonstrate that in the next step.